we were just getting into what Nann's ideals and principles are, why she's here, why she's going to be partaking in the protest events here for NATO. So, what were you saying, Nann?
As far as NATO goes, I'd like to see that organization be functional or not be. You know, I'd like to see protection of the peoples where it's needed, those that can't protect themselves, care for themselves. And a lot of it is protected from us and others from what the United States have come to our imperialistic way of dealing with folks.
What are some of the other historical events or protests you've partaken in?
I lost one uncle in World War II.
Sorry?
I no longer got to ride on his shoulders. That was when I was 4, 5, 6. And changed my life though. It moved me out to Oregon from Montana, which was greener. And but also impressing me was the number of wars, and I used to wonder from the time I was really young, why are we going to war? What's the purpose? Why do we need so many things? Why do we need to have 2 cars? Why 2-car garages? Why, you know? And there are a lot of good things in this country, wonderful things, but I don't think we need so many lights on this. I don't think we need so many televisions. I don't think we need so many of so much. And I think it's a way of life that I don't understand anymore.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
Because I look around at people in this world having less and less as a whole.
So, do you spend a lot of your time now traveling around to partake in these things? This is a special event for you?
Portland, Oregon is what I've been able to do, is what I know.
What do you do there?
This opportunity came because the Nurses Association of the United States
That's not what I'm asking. Like, I'm asking
gave us, and I didn't answer your second part of your question.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They gave us bus ride and food.
Nice. That's what it's all about.
Well, that's funny to you because you're a young fellow.
It is. It's nice. That's good treatment.
Yeah, and it's the young on the street. So many people. So I thought, well, part of my paradigm shift is what is it like to be homeless? It's so miserable not to be able to get to water. We couldn't run away. In order to get here in time, we had to go without clean water, you know, to wash.
So where are you staying?
Socks got so dirty.
Are you just outside at all times for this weekend to live the whole experience?
I would be, only I have a couple of disabilities. I have epilepsy.
I would hope someone like you is not sleeping out here on the street. I hope you can go somewhere nice to go to sleep.
I plan to do that in Portland. I plan to. It wasn't practical, I'd like to say, you know. That would be my excuse. But in fact, the buses don't run that late. And I have to get home by bus. I just have to take my medicine.
Do you watch any television?
No pun intended. I do not watch television anymore. The prices went way outside. They weren't giving us on our local channels for any price close to what we pay. It's just nothing. The news is not honest so much.
I agree with you.
So we have to have honest news if we're going to watch it. We have to have people that care about what we get to see. We can listen to a lot of, I'll say TV boppers and risking my age and attitude. There are lots of people with ages and lots of people with money spending. It's not just the young. It's just that the young are buying stuff that I don't want to sell anyway, and I don't want them to be selling them to be wanting it.
I imagine you've seen a lot of protesters. What do you think of the protesters here today?
I don't like the profanity when I hear it, but generally speaking, a lot of good people in all different ages, a lot of wonderful dreams.
told me what you thought while you're here. What are you getting from the other protesters? What seems to be their biggest ideals and opinions?
One of the things I'm getting from those that don't agree with me is dialogue. And we have to dialogue if we're going to make the changes. And so we disagree.
Right.
And we continue to talk and disagree. And it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay to talk things out.
Not just talk things out, but
maybe hug after.
Walk away with dignity, with respect for one another. And I show my bracelet because this was given to me by a vet whose best friend is a prisoner of war who died.
That's wonderful.
And that man wants the power to stay the way they are. You know, that man believes that's the only way to be. And he also thinks that the world's falling apart, especially this country. So it's a dichotomy. We talked for a long time. At the end of it, we parted and he didn't agree with me.
And it's okay.
But he gave me, this was a gift, it was a dear, dear gift to him. It was given to him by the parents of his best friend who died. And I won't take this off. We didn't agree, but we shared.
And it's important to you now. It's kind of a memento of two people who just had a discussion and learned about each other.
And to the people who died for our country, for what they believed in. Because we're all in this together, whether we know it or not.
Whether we like it or not, Well, Nann, thank you very much for talking to us. I think we learned a lot.
Thank you.
I wish you luck out here. Can I have a hug?
I'll tell you, you're not going to get away with that. I saw a young man sit down in front of the tracks in Portland.
Oh, why do you have to end it like this, Nann? It was going so well.
And the young man was just behind me. I turned to see that he was, and we were surrounded by police, and they really came fast when they saw him sit down in front of the local train. And they tried to get him up, he wouldn't stand up, so they lifted him up. And then, when he got on his feet, they said, put your hands behind your back, or you're going with us. And so he said, no, I won't put my hands behind my back until you hug me. And the officer said nothing. He just looked at him and he gave him this look and said, you're crazy. And the man said, I won't surrender until you hug me. And he said that 3 or 4 times. And finally the officer said, oh, all right. And he put his arms around him. And the two had a rather long embrace. And the crowd watched.
Sure.
And the police watched. And that's a way to make peace.
Absolutely.
And he willingly put his hands behind his back, and he went off to jail. You know.
See, I think more.
He was willing to do that. That's giving his life.
I think more hugs would fix all this. Don't you? I think we just walked around and hugged people. I'd be a lot happier.
That's what they do in a lot of countries where I went to save people in Guatemala.
You get off the plane and they hug you. That's what it should be like, right? In every country.
Yeah, or just wake up in the morning, you know. So men walk arm in arm, or their arms around each other's shoulders, women the same. In Guatemala, when I went down there thinking I could save a baby from dying, because by the age of 5 they were endangered. But I came back here because peace is hard to find here.
Everywhere.
We're lonely. That's hugs.
More hugs. That's the moral of the story. Thanks to Nann for talking to us. We'll see you later.
Thanks for me.